Good morning. My name is Tom Rice, and
Hello, I'm Donna Richardson from the SETI Institute.
yes, and I'm from the American Astronomical Society. I wanted to thank everyone for joining us this morning. This is an opportunity, as Angela said, to celebrate a lot of really meaningful work and community engagement that has taken place under various AAS auspices, and to prepare the AAS community to continue to do excellent work. And so there's going to be advice on the science of science communication, on how to do really principled and meaningful outreach to rural communities, to schools, to all sorts of things. And we're celebrating the Solar Eclipse Task Force efforts and the Shapley Visiting Lectureship program. So first I want to just make sure that I give my thanks to everyone who helped make all of these activities possible. We've had a really meaningful collaboration with the SETI Institute and the NASA Community College Network, so I want to give a big shout out to them and to Simon Steele and Pamela Harmon, and of course Donna Richardson, who are here, the Solar Eclipse Task Force is so many people that I can't name directly, the Shapley Lectures Program, and and everyone who's here. So I wanted to start by just making sure that you all are appreciated.
Rick Feinberg.
And Rick Feinberg, thank you for being here and for supporting all this.
For bringing it back out of the attic and dusting it off and making it fresh again.
Exactly. So what I want to really center is astronomers, I think as a community, really care about the kinds of engagement that we do with folks, bringing people into alignment with just the fact that we live in a beautiful and wondrous cosmos. I think it is core to our scientific work that we share it. And I'm very proud to represent the American Astronomical Society, an organization and a member society whose mission is to enhance and share humanity's scientific understanding of the universe as a diverse and inclusive astronomical community. So outreach is core to that effort, community engagement, public engagement, working with various communities. There's a few things that feed into this. First and foremost, the Solar Eclipse Task Force was an AAS group with representatives from most of North America's major astronomy outreach organizations, which spent a decade preparing the continent for the solar eclipses of 2017, 2023, and 2024 with support from NASA, NSF, and the AAS itself. And its main activities were to develop a website with basic information about eclipses, safe viewing practices, and eclipse imaging and video, along with resources for educators and the media, to operate a mini grants program to support eclipse-related education and public outreach to underrepresented groups and on and off the eclipse paths, and to organize a series of multidisciplinary workshops, this is a photograph from one of them, to prepare communities for the eclipses and to facilitate collaboration between astronomers, educators, community organizers, government leaders, and tourism professionals. So this is an activity that was chaired by Rick Feinberg, Angela Speck, and Deb Ross. Very thankful very thankful to the whole community for making this happen. I also want to celebrate the rebirth of the Harlow Shapley Visiting Lectures program, which is a very long-running AAS activity that actually dates back to the 1950s when it was known as the Visiting Professor Program. And while it went through a hiatus from 2020 to 2023, we've been working to do a pilot relaunch of the program in 2024 and 2025 in partnership with the NASA Community College run by SETI Institute, and a number of people in the room participated in that. I'm very grateful to see all of you. And we have been working to do a full relaunch of this program to the AAS community in 2026. The completed Shapley visits through the NASA Community College Network partnership that took place over the past 2 years are shown up on this slide, mostly just to give you a flavor that we had a tremendous, even with just 12 visits over the past 2 years, a tremendous geographic diversity in how we were able to reach out and create connections. With that, I wanted to hand it over to Donna Richardson to give a little bit more information about what is a Shapley visit and what makes them wonderful. So take it away.
Thank you. So as Tom mentioned, the overarching goal is to bring astronomy and space science to the students and the community. I was in an incredible position and had the wonderful opportunity to interface between the hosts and the lecturers. It's kind of the fun sweet spot between all the different events. And I wanted to take you through some of the different varieties of events that we had and look forward to in 2026. So the Shapley event entails a direct student event in addition to a general public like a star party or museum visit. And being part of the pilot year, NCCN worked directly with the community colleges, so every one of our events started with that, but then, as most of the hosts did, they expanded. They're like, I've got one shot at this. I've got this expert coming to my town. I'm going to make the most of it. So what you'll see is we've expanding from 3,300 people to 7,400 in the next year. But our first event was Dr. Charles Law. We sent him out to Chattanooga State. And what started out as just an astronomy and physics presentation became a huge campus-wide event. He was there at the eclipse party, but what Wesley Foster did was he invited all the school bands, food trucks, WDEF, and News Channel 3. So we report Charles's number as 500 plus, but when you go through all the video, it's like thousands of people learned about the Shapley visit on that one day. So thanks to Charles and to Wesley. Another fun event, well, a more standard event was Dr. Joe Masiero from Caltech. He decided he didn't have like a week to do it because he was working on a project. So he did 2 Shapley lectures after work, one in April and one in the summer. What he would do is he would just drive down to Southern California. The first visit was with Grossmont Community College, and the second one was Mount San Jacinto. And he did the basic classroom visit, but then he met up afterwards with students wanting to go on to a 4-year university. So this is him showing the depths of his research and trying to explain how do you get to the university and what does it entail. The next really fun event is Dr. Quinn Hart, and she was a great sport. We sent her to Casper, Wyoming, and she visited every single elementary and middle school and high school in the greater Casper County. Dr. Drew Young, he arranged for her events, and she met with not just the students, she had administrator talks, she met with advisors, and she was there for a whole week and traveled 1,500 miles in 4 days. But it's very similar to what we did when we sent Dr. Mike Rutkowski to the Dallas Consortium, hosted by Heather Appleby, right here. And Heather sent Dr. Rutkowski to 4 Dallas colleges, in addition to Hill College, Weatherford College, and the Harmony Public Schools. In 5 days, Dr. Rutkowski traveled 1,800 miles. So, so thank you to those 2. Lastly, we had a quick substitution because of the NASA shutdown. We asked Simon George to please fill in, and we sent him to Modesto Junior College. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for filling in at such a last minute. He met with Dan Chase, who did a joint astronomy and physics presentation, but he also met with the MESA team ahead of time and helped some of the students focus on getting to the 4-year, and he fielded questions on internships, talking about tours and coming to the SLAC Institute and SETI. The greatest thing, not the greatest, the most fun thing that followed up that event was that, I don't know if oh, there's Dan, he's way in the back. Dan had us come on a day when they had a Halloween party hosted by the Mesa Club, and it was incredible to watch all these students, like hundreds of students on the top of the Great Valley Museum, all decked out in costumes. There was steam going and lights, and they were all lined up, hundreds of them waiting to look in a telescope. He had banks of telescope and the 27-inch reflector telescope all set up for them. It was an amazing event and an amazing way to end the Shapley pilot year. I just wanted to thank all these guys for coming out and sharing their knowledge and for hosting all the presenters and for putting up for when I asked them to do little things. Hey, can you go here? How about here? And they were all really good sports, and I really appreciate them. And thanks to Tom, Rick, Simon, and Pamela for letting me be a part of this.